Welcome to the Bros Before Elbows podcasts with your hosts, Anthony
and Tommy Masana,
bringing you the best in wrestling rumors, recaps, predictions, and more, all the way from PDX and PHX. You know it, that it's always from the top rope and always putting the bros before elbows.
Special WrestleMania Extravaganza edition. It's WrestleMania week. We went into our time machine, and you were listening to this the week of WrestleMania.
Ah, yes, the WM30 episode.
The WM30 episode, yeah. That is this Sunday on the WWE Network and on pay-per-view, and I'm super geeked for it, man. It should be awesome.
Oh, my goodness, man. This is going to be a very, very, very exciting, and it's kind of turned around a little bit. Type of pay-per-view, man. For a while, I thought it was going to be stale fish, but
now it's fresh lobster?
I think so, man. I think a little bit of butter on the side, a little bit of lemon on the side. Some things have definitely dressed themselves up on the plate nicely. As far as the card goes, I feel more pumped for it. Before, I was kind of like, oh, I'm still going to watch it because it's WrestleMania, but I think a lot of people were on the fence.
Yeah, I was totally on the fence. It was like, it's cool because it'd be the first one on the WWE Network, and it was to be in New Orleans, which was cool. But yeah, they were kind of like slow playing it. Even like 2 or 3 weeks ago when we did our show, it was kind of like, I don't know what's gonna happen. And then like the last couple of Raws and SmackDowns, they really kicked it up a notch, I think.
Dang, man, I don't know. I saw this weird article or something that said maybe CM Punk saved WrestleMania by punking out.
I saw that on CageSideSeats.com. Punk saved WrestleMania. I never clicked on the article, but yeah, I saw that too.
Dang, man. Well, let's get to this question of the day real quick before we get too far into our spiels here. So if you want to fire away with that.
So question of the day: we got an awesome Hall of Fame class here for the WWE this Saturday night, where they do the inductions live on the WWE Network. So, Hall of Fame, class of 2013 in mind, what was your favorite Razor Ramon, Ultimate Warrior, Jake the Snake Roberts, Paul Bearer, Mr. T moment of all time? So, any one of those characters, think about that. What was your favorite moment? Maybe when you were a kid, maybe when you were an adult, go back and rewatching it. Just think of something that has to do with one of those guys from the Hall of Fame in the class this year. And it's like a super stacked class, so I'm excited to see the induction ceremony.
That is the truth. I'm stoked about this lineup, man. This is powerful stuff, dude. These are some power players.
Yeah, dude, some totally old school, man. Bearer, freaking Warrior, Snake Roberts, man. This icon, Razor Ramon. Now they announced on the Raw, so
dude,
it's crazy.
I kind of flipped my lid on that, man. I sent a tweet to Scott Hall, and I was just saying, yo, man, you've been a personal inspiration, and you've definitely proved that you've overcome the odds. Congrats, man. Congrats on the Hall of Fame. So. I'm showing him my love.
Yeah, show of the Bros Row has Scott Hall's back, man. What a Cinderella story, man. Just where he was 2 years ago, where he was a year ago, and now look, it's insane. I can't wait to see him get inducted. I don't know who's going to do the induction. Maybe his son, maybe Kevin Nash. It's going to be maybe Triple H. Yeah. So many people can induct Razor Ramon, so Scott Hall, so I'm pumped for that one too as well.
Man, freaking DDP, dude. The DDP yoga regenerates the soul. It revitalizes the skin. It makes you bigger, stronger, faster, and quicker.
Does it teach you the diamond cutter?
Yeah, dude, he diamond cuts everybody at the end of your yoga session.
That's so awesome, man. That really puts you in a good meditative state when you wake up from the diamond cutter completely KO'd. Okay. So first things first, let's break down this card. Let's get right into it, right to the meat on the bone, right into the picks. Oh wait, you got something?
No, I'm agreeing, man. I'm giving the of agreement.
Okay, good. All right, it's a happy ending over there. Okay, so first up on the card, it's already a correction. It's the tag team title match I think is going to kick off. It's the Usos versus Ryback versus Los Matadores versus...
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's I just saw an update, actually. It just updated tonight on Main Event when we're recording this. They added the Real Americans, Ryback, Los Matadores, and the Usos in a fatal four-way tag match. That's going to open up the show on Sunday. Intense, right?
All right. Yeah. For a second, I thought Cesaro had his own match, and then I was like, "Oh, well, wait a second. Is he also doing two matches in one night?" But no, he's not. I've made that up.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be in the Battle Royal because they didn't say anything.
Oh.
Yeah, but I guess maybe he'll pull double duty because there's a couple spots left in the battle. I think there's leaving like two or four open.
That would be like a secret shadow booking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it's just like, it's set up right now that hopefully, fingers crossed, which I hope will happen, that D-Bry makes it both matches. But if you had a dude like Cesaro, that's kind of like the secret, like, wasn't hyped, dude showed up and did 2 matches, and not to take away thunder from Daniel Bryan, but to kind of say like, all right, there's another secret player. Feel what I'm feeling?
I feel what you're feeling, man. So how do you think goes over in the tag match, though? The Usos had a great run. They just got the belts like a month ago. Ryback and Chris Axe, I don't think they even had that much chemistry left. Los Matadores, I don't know why they're even in this match. And then the real challengers, because they beat the Usos a couple Monday Night Raws ago, the Real Americans, Swagger and Cesaro. So who do you think wins this one?
It would be foolish to have the Usos as your tag champs, to
Mm-hmm.
lose it at WrestleMania to the Real Americans. I'm feeling a split, dude. It'd be silly to put the straps on them when they're going to split them and Ryback. And now that we just added the Real Americans in there before on my notes here, I put that Ryback was going to break up. This is going to be like where they go solo act after WrestleMania.
Yeah, I can see it, man. They definitely need to separate. I mean, they don't have the chemistry. They're just kind of like thrown together. They don't even talk like they were Paul Heyman guys anymore. Yeah, they don't really have a direction. I think that'd be a good split for them. Could be like a double split. Ryback and the Real Americans split on the same match. Could they do that at WrestleMania?
I don't see why not. It's a good reboot. It's a
Yeah.
great way to do it.
Yeah. So start over to the season, and will they break up Los Matadores too for some reason?
Nah, they'll just be there.
It'll just be there. It'll be the first ones. I don't know if it's an elimination match or it's just like a first person gets pinned kind of match. But
That's crazy. Those are always tough because you don't have to be the one that's pinned to lose.
yeah.
But I think the Usos are gonna take it. They've been building them strong, dude, for the last hot minute, dude. So for them to like all of a sudden get punked, I don't no.
Yeah, I think it's their moment to have the real WrestleMania moment. So, all right, next on the card, they announced this on Raw the other night. The Vicky Guerrero Divas Invitational. So it's AJ Lee versus Naomi, Cameron, Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, Oksana, Rosa Mendez, Emma, Eva Marie, Tamina Snuka, Natalya, Summer Rae, Alicia Fox, and Layla. The first person to get pins wins the Divas title.
They have a lot of people on their roster, but I don't feel like there's a lot of power.
Right? Yeah, especially like Alicia Fox and like Rosa Mendez. I mean, even Oksana. I mean, they don't have any like storyline or anything to them lately. So Layla too. She came back and they didn't even like really mention it.
That's lame. I was gonna say I'm putting my money in Nikki Bella, and either that or AJ. It just kind of seems like, I don't know. Over the last couple months, they've been making Nikki and the Bella twins look pretty big. So it'd be cool. I don't really know how excited I am for it, but it's gonna be cool.
I know you're not a total Divas watcher, but Nikki Bella's with John Cena. Brie Bella's getting married to Daniel Bryan. Have you seen like an improvement in their wrestling since they've kind of the Bellas kind of come back over the last couple months?
I think they're really building their confidence up, and and you're seeing that, not because really like Daniel Bryan and John Cena aren't giving them the rub at all. No pun intended. But
hey, this is a PG show. Come on, we're PG. It's not the
rub,
Attitude
dude.
Era podcast.
Could be a foot rub, could be a neck rub, back rub, hand rub, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
A good old handshake.
Yeah, a good old pat on the back, a good old "I love you, dear." Here's a sporty, a little pat on the butt. No, but they haven't really given them the rub beyond just them being in a relationship. But I think that relationship makes them. I think they've just found more confidence in themselves to really like up their showmanship. And look, I'm all for women's wrestling. Like I don't want to sound like anytime, because we primarily talk about WWE on this show, but there are other promotions out there where the women are absolutely freaking fantastic, and it's because their characters are just so much more believable. But they're also like, their showmanship is so much more than just like, in WWE it just seems like they're really, really pretty, they're very beautiful women, whatever. That's great, but the athleticism in the way they storytell is just kind of like, you kind of took the job, but you really don't know what you're doing. Versus other promotions where you have women that are doing these more athletic moves and they have their own character behind them. Whether or not you like them or you love them, you can still appreciate and actually see the characters that they are. But with this WWE lineup, I'm not really like, I don't know. I just wish they would do more with it, man. They have a lot of chicks. They have a lot of talent. They just, I just don't know what it is. I just don't know if it's like as soon as you become a diva, they just don't really train you and that's it. It's just kind of like eye candy, but it could be so much more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it has the potential. You see those names listed on paper, and you're like, wow, they've got a lot of talent there, but they just don't ever get the screen time, the mic time, the storyline time. Good thing about the other promotion, take a shot, everyone. Okay, we're gonna take a shot. So the other promotion, TNA, is they gave like Mike.
Dude, they're getting so much better, dude. I love it.
Take a swig of your beer or a shot of your hard liquor right now. But the good thing about TNA, they gave like Mickey James, Gail Kim, they gave him mic time. They could let him go in there and cut a promo, and they could give him the mic, set in a ring, and just let him cut a promo. Let him do that. Let the Bellas or let Cameron, Naomi, Summer Rae, Natalia, let them do that on. If you don't want to do it on Raw, do it on SmackDown. If you don't want to do it on SmackDown, do it on Main Event. Do it on Superstars. Do it on NXT. I think they do it on that NXT a little bit. I mean, but give them some mic time, man. Let them do that. Let them practice at that. Give these girls, give these women storylines. I mean, I think that's a good way to get interesting. People have talked about people doing like a cruiserweight show, like on the WWE Network. Want to do a diva show for like an hour where they get storylines and they get to wrestle matches for like 10 or 15 minutes in the ring and really go instead of these Raw matches where it's usually just a cluster F of just like a tag team thrown together or just like a quick storyline of 2 minutes and then they're out off the screen. You can't really get behind them as much, especially now they have a 3-hour Raw. I don't see why they haven't gotten expanded role a little bit. Dude, it's disappointing.
We get a lot of instructional from freaking Michael Cole on how to take a dump and how to freaking download an app and how to check your email and how to tie your shoe and you know how to pour your milk in your cereal. So I don't know. I think there's definitely some time that they could find within that schedule. But you know what? I think it's gonna be AJ. She's freaking rad. If not, it's gonna be one of the Bella twins. Good for them. Vicky Guerrero, I have no idea why she is still in the position that she's in.
Yeah, maybe. Do you think AJ Lee's ever going to turn back to face? I mean, this would be a good time to be turned back to face. She's super popular. She got the most like merchandise on the WWE shop for women. She's been a champ for closing in on 300 days, being the Divas champ. Is going against like 1 against 14. Is that a good time to maybe AJ Lee gets a face turn? Maybe gets a reboot. Could she go back to being a face after this?
I think so. But again, you got to look at the list of women and see who's faces and who's heels and who's actually prominent and who's not. You're always going to need a villain. Even though I've said it before that Vinnie Mac might be straying away from the heroes and villains, but you're naturally going to have that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. She hasn't changed her music to be more evil.
True.
She's still lighted up, and skipping. She's just like goofy in the head,
Skipping on your grave, not skipping around you now, though.
Dancing on the graves of my enemies.
She comes out to like 5-finger death punch or war. Maybe that'd be total character change. That'd be pretty awesome.
Goodness, dude. That'd be wild. All right, so going on to the card here. What else we got, man? We got the Battle Royal, the main Royal.
Oh, but before the Battle Royal, they announced something else on not SmackDown or Main Event, but they announced it somewhere. The Shield gets a match on WrestleMania, but it's against the New Age Outlaws and Kane. So, yeah, Scooby-Doo is on the podcast. So the Shield, man, they're turning faces. They're super getting a lot of crowd cheers. They're doing face things. They beat up Ryback and the Real Americans. They're starting to beef with Kane. And it's a really interesting turn for the Shield, man. But I don't know why they're facing the New Age Outlaws and the Shield, man. I mean, and Kane. That's an interesting combination.
It's the Authority, man. It's the Authority storyline. You got to do something with Kane. You got to do something with the Outlaws. And clearly, since they're buddies with Triple H, it's basically like them against their original henchmen.
True. Yeah, it's a cool storyline for the Shield, man. But I don't want to. I don't think they're gonna have a good long match with these three, the three counterparts, New Age Outlaws and Kane, man. I don't know how long could those three go in the ring compared to three young bucks, man.
That's very good. I didn't think about that until now. I think we're gonna be shown a really, really cool match regardless.
Mm-hmm. The Shield have never had a bad match. Like if you go back through since they debuted, they've never had a bad trios, three-man tag match. It's kind of amazing, kind of the run they've had, no matter who you put them up against, whether it's Sheamus, Daniel Bryan, and Randy Orton, or the Rhodes Brothers and Ryback, or Ryback and Team Hell No. It just doesn't matter. They always have a good match.
They're entertaining, dude. They're entertaining. They have their characters down, dude. They're believable. Dean Ambrose is so creepy, but he's you gotta love him because of that. Seth Rollins, dude, you gotta love that guy because he's just such a team player. You know what I mean? Regardless, whether there's animosity between Roman and Ambrose, he's still that middle guy. He's still that believable. You'll always be behind him. And his finisher now looks 1,000 times more devastating than it does in the past, or has in the past.
The Peace of Mind.
Is that what it's called?
It's called the Peace of Mind. Yeah.
That's funny, man. The curb stomp.
The curb stomp on your head, man. He did that to Swagger on Monday night. It was awesome.
Dang. But and maybe I'm being I don't know, man. Maybe I'm being a little pessimistic on this WM30, but I have a feeling the Shield's gonna break up too.
What?
I have a feeling. Here's what's gonna happen, dude. Ambrose is the squeaky wheel, dude. He's the loose thread. Mm-hmm. So what's gonna happen is they're gonna be fighting, mm-hmm. right? And I wrote it down too. They fall apart, but they still win. So Ambrose walks out, right? And then Rollins just gets the crap kicked out of him. Roman gets the crap kicked out of him, but they still manage to win. They still manage to fight, regardless having lost Ambrose, for him to kind of do his own thing. It kind of makes sense, man. I don't know. People are kind of poking at him for having the U.S. title for as long as he's had it, and everybody knows it's kind of a jabroni thing. But now would be a good time, especially if he's trying to prove himself and be I'm the leader of the Shield, I'm the title holder, I'm the longest one. This gives him absolute perfect reason to be a punk to everybody and to, walk out on the Shield and be like, I don't need you fools. It was me all along that organized everything. And then he goes on and either makes the U.S. title something super rad, or he loses it and it merges, or Zack Ryder wins it or something. I don't know.
Zack Ryder? Justin Gabriel. Freaking... Yeah, man. Dude, I wanted the Shield to break up a month ago, but the last couple weeks, the last couple of Raws and SmackDown, they were really good as faces, man. Surprisingly, the crowds turn on them on a dime, man. They've turned on them a dime in their face runs. I kind of want to see them together longer. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too nostalgic for the Shield, and I still want them to break up ever. But man, that'd be a good turn, man. If it goes your way and they break up at WrestleMania, that'd be a good way to do it. But man, that'd leave everyone wanting more, and hopefully a reunion down the road. But
the Shield winds up breaking up at Sold Out 2015.
they bring back NWO Sold Out, man. I don't know what storylines you're trying to tie that into a knot, but that's a pretty good long storyline. But yeah, man, the other option I was thinking for this match is just it's a 2-minute match, a 1-minute match, and the Shield just steamrolls the New Age Outlaws and Kane. They just hit all their finishers on them and just totally dominate. And the image is them on all three turnbuckles, with their hands raised, and that's the big Shield moment.
Book them as massive superheroes that can't be beat. Because if they just steamroll those dudes, then it's who are they gonna fight next? That's the Authority, dude.
Yeah,
that's
the
Authority's first
next
line of defense. You know what I mean? That's not an easy This is you fighting the beginning of the Elite Eight, man. You know what I mean? You started out with Bulbasaur, now you gotta make sure that dude's gonna do his job at the end of the game.
Pokédex, man.
Straight up, dude. You gotta fight a bunch of other people. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna steamroll him. It's gonna be a good match, especially with Kane in there, dude. You can't downplay Kane.
He's corporate Kane now. He's wrestling in dress pants. He's not the monster anymore. He's corporate. He's collecting his Bitcoins.
Dude. He's Bitcoin calculated, dude.
Oh man, so I don't know. I guess it's a Shield match. I'll be hyped for it either way. Whatever way it goes. So now next up is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, aka get everyone in the back a paycheck for WrestleMania. everyone get out there and do something. So I'll read through these participants really quick. First up, Zack Ryder, Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, Great Khali, Darren Young, Brodus Clay, Justin Gabriel, R-Truth, Santino Marella, Mark Henry, Kofi Kingston, Christian, Cody Rhodes, Goldust, Sheamus, Jinder Mahal, Heath Slater, Drew McIntyre, Fandango, Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, Damian Sandow, Titus O'Neil, Big E, Alberto Del Rio, and Big Show. So I think that's 25 or 26, and there's supposed to be 30 men, so room for surprises, but whew,
now this match, they all start in the ring.
Yeah, so 30 men all in the ring. I don't know how they're going to do the first couple minutes, but dude, who do you think is going to get eliminated first out of that list?
Oh, that's a great one. Santino. Santino goes first.
I'm thinking Jinder Mahal, or someone from 3MB.
Yeah, I could see that. You want to know who's going to last for a while? And I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win at the end, but I think this is a great turnaround for Zack Ryder, dude. The Last Resort.
Oh man,
this is an excellent opportunity, dude. This is an excellent time. You got 30 dudes in the ring, right? This is WrestleMania, man. You've got to make a staple, and this is when he does it, dude. This is when he goes ham.
Oh man, that'd be a great story, man. Like, see him even like if he gets like to the final four, like to the Elite Eight of the Battle Royal. It's gonna be intense, man.
But he's gonna eliminate some fools, dude, and you're gonna see, and everybody's gonna see it. I'm gonna be managing Zack Ryder all the way to the top. Moneybags.
Moneybags sounds across with Paul Heyman.
Moneybags McGee Management LLC Incorporated.
Moneybags McGee Management LLC. Do you have a monocle?
I do.
I feel like you should have a monocle.
I have a top hat, but the top of it's open like a can.
Someone's gonna throw up in that. Someone's gonna pour some liquid in there. Just to mess up Moneybag McGee's.
I'm gonna have a broom with me too, so I'll be like kind of like chimney sweep, but a badass.
There was, chimney sweeps like the poorest of the poor back in the day. There was no like rich men who chimney sweeped on the side.
That's why it's such a ironic management, dude. Such an ironic manager, dude. That's like you would never have a chimney sweep as a top level manager, but you do now.
You're the executive chimney sweep man. Okay.
Moneybags, dude.
My last name is Moneybags. How can I not be rich? I have a freaking monocle.
Yeah, man. Moneybags Management LLC Incorporated Corporation. Partnership.
I feel like you've filled out way too much paperwork. You actually had to, Mr. McGee.
No, man. But here's what's gonna happen. So, Big Show has been slated to win.
Please no, man. I think he might just because it's named after Andre the Giant and the Giant Connection, but I hope not.
He won't. It may look like he's gonna win, but it sets up a beef. Sets up a beef with either Sheamus or it sets up a beef with Sandow. A Sandow Big Show beef, dude, could be some good beef.
That would actually be a good beef if the WWE's writers gave a damn about the undercard and the midcard. That would actually be a good beef, but yeah. Sin Cara lost Sandow lost to Sin Cara on Monday night. He lost Scooby-Doo was in Sin Cara's corner and Sandow lost.
Dude, because he's
getting totally buried.
Sin Cara look like a punk anymore, dude. He was a punk for like 10 years.
True.
So you got to give some love to Sin Cara, and you got to take down a dude like Sandow, who actually I still think is a prominent player. Even though he got jobbed out a few times to some of those like Memphis street matches or whatever.
He couldn't cash in his Money in the Bank, and it's been downhill since then. Gosh, it's been downhill. It's not even been down. It's been off a cliff, off a straight 90-degree cliff for Sandow.
Yeah, not as bad as Zack Ryder, dude.
True. It's not Sandow's last resort yet.
It is not Sandow's last term paper.
Last term paper. Final exam.
This is my thesis.
Sandow's thesis, his new web show. I think that might as well. Damn, man, might as well the way he's been treated.
Dude.
But I want to see what Kofi does. Maybe he'll do something crazy like he does in the Rumble. Before he gets eliminated. So I hope Kofi's in there a while. But man, I don't know who to pick in this. Whew. I don't think it's gonna be a mystery person. Like I've heard there's some rumors like that RVD or Chris Jericho might show up.
That'd be freaking rad.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're gonna do. You think they're gonna do introductions for all 30 of these guys, or just like a couple of them? They're just all just gonna be randomly just teleported back into the ring?
I think they're just gonna. I don't know.
That's a good logistical question, actually.
I think what they might do is when they announce everybody to the ring, they'll just do it one after another. You know, they'll be like, "Here's the entrance," and then all of a sudden RVD, and everybody freaks the fudge out. Oh my god! Man, speaking of RVD, little side note here before we jump back into the WrestleMania 30 cards and picks. Dude, WWE Network kicks ass.
It's amazing, isn't
There's
it?
a couple of quirky things about it, but it's still a work in progress, but I love it nonetheless, man. The fact that, like, I can go in and watch some of these ECW pay-per-views from, like, 94, 95.
Oh, man, that's great stuff. It's great, man.
Man, so many F-bombs from the crowd, like, that was nuts, dude. Like, man, just, I don't know, man. Maybe it's the way it was filmed or something, but, like... I don't know, dude. It's freaking rad.
Like 1 or 3 cameras or something. Especially some of the old. I mean, this had the same like camera angle for like most of the pay-per-view. It seemed like
one announcer, dude. Joey Styles is man in
Joey's doing it himself.
Exactly. He doesn't have. There is no color commentary. He is color commentary, and he is like the play-by-play.
Yeah, it's glorious. Dude.
Love it, dude. So, oh man, I love it. But now it just made me think of RVD, dude. He had some freaking sweet moves. Dang. All right, now we've got... So, no. I didn't even get to tell you who I think is going to win.
Okay, yeah, I just came up with my pick, too. Who's your pick first? Explain the ending.
Who else, dude, but Dolph Ziggler?
Ziggler, dude. Man, he's getting a push, man.
About damn time.
Yeah, I think so, man. The crowd's really getting behind him. I hope they keep him a face, too, because he's finding his niche, I think.
I think so, man. He's been putting in the hard work. People love him. You know, he's a great showman, dude. Give it to him. Why not? Give him as equally good of a pop at WrestleMania. Maybe not equal to, but close to the day after WrestleMania when he did cash in and won the World Heavyweight Championship.
That'd be a great story, man, considering all the crap he's gone through this year of concussions and being out and losing the belt. Yeah, that'd be a great story, man. I think it's a better story than my story, because I was going to pick... I think Cody Rhodes, man. I don't know why. It's kind of an underdog pick. I think he is another dude who's really found his niche found his groove as a face. And I don't know, maybe I can just see him getting a good face run this. I think it's time for the Rhodes brothers to break up a little bit, because I think Cody, I think he's going to take off as a single star. I think the crowd's getting behind him. His moves are getting better. He's getting better on the mic. I think he's a good fan favorite, man. I think he could have a really good run with like the IC or the US title, and maybe creep up for a title shot. Maybe I don't know. Maybe down the road. It's harder with only one belt now, but I could see that, man. I think he's really found his groove. So this would be a good start. Whoever wins this battle royal is going to get a good kick up the ladder, being able to carry on that trophy for the next couple months. I hope they carry on the trophy for like the next couple months, like it's the Money in the Bank briefcase, and just carry it around.
Yeah. That'd be rad, man, or like some type of like I don't know, like a ribbon that they wear.
A blue ribbon.
Hell yeah, dude! You know, for a hot second, I was thinking that maybe I had his name circled here.
Sheamus?
No, not Sheamus. He's had his time. I was thinking actually that. Oh no! I was thinking that Titus was gonna beef with Big Show.
Oh, they that's funny, man. They just wrestled on Raw the other night too. That's funny.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, and Show just totally squashed him. But so maybe they are setting that up, man.
I don't know. Dude.
I don't know how you... All right. So yeah, that could work. I don't think chance in hell Titus. Hopefully Titus and like Darren Young have like a square off. I think that'd be cool.
All right, I can see some cool stuff. What else we got on this wacky card?
Cena versus Bray Wyatt. Oh man, this build up for this, man, is it's really been good, man. On Raw the other night or last week, if you're listening because you're listening to this a week later, Cena getting tied up by later in our time machine that we released this. Yeah, Bray Wyatt tying up John Cena in the ropes and putting on the sheep mask. That was a great one. That's an iconic moment right there, dude. And Bray Wyatt's really stepping up to the plate, man, as far as his promos, as far as like psychology. And man, I give it to Cena too, man. He's playing it good, man. I think I had 100% behind Cena for this match. I thought he was going to win. I was ready to bet my mortgage, my house on it, but I don't know. They're putting some doubt in it. The build for this feud's pretty good, and I'm excited about Bray Wyatt. I think he may have a chance now.
I think so, man. Bray Wyatt versus the American Storyteller.
American Storyteller, John Cena?
Yeah, man. Why not? He's a great storyteller.
He's sitting on the rocking chair of Uncle Cena?
Absolutely, dude. He's got his little glasses on, a little chain on it.
That'd be great.
He brings milk and cookies every time you see him.
Story time with Uncle Cena, the American Storyteller. That'd be an interesting twist to his character. The American Storyteller.
Man. No, man, but I'm looking forward to this match. I'm putting my my pigs in a blanket with Wyatt, dude.
Oh man, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
He's just so evil and he's just so maniacal. And such a mind game player. Gets in the head, gets into your soul, and then squeezes like juice.
It's like Macho Man has joined the Wyatt family. That'd be great, man.
It's like my only intimidating voice that I have is to default to the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
The great thing about Macho Man, you can make it like hilarious, or you can make it intimidating, like a drop of a hat.
It's very true.
Man, yeah. I still gotta go with Cena, man, on this pick. So I'm kind of disagreeing with pick just because Cena lost to Miz at WrestleMania 27. He lost to Rock at WrestleMania 28. Won last year at WrestleMania 29, so it's WrestleMania 30. I don't know if they can have him lose again, like 3 times in 4 years. I don't know if they even keep track of that kind of stuff, but I don't know. Fans do, writers do, media do. So
yeah, I don't see it be bad that if he loses. To tell you the truth, I mean, it sucks, but at the same time, it's like, dude, you're so much bigger and so much more awesome. It doesn't matter if, like, yeah, I guess it matters if you lose a WrestleMania, but at the same time, it's like it kind of doesn't if you're John Cena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like already at the top of the. I mean, he's number one. It's like being the NFL draft pick, being number one. You can't go higher than number one, and he's number one. So
yeah, and I mean, regardless if he has a bunk year, he's still doing awesome. He's like the perfect guy to like kind of see as like. He's an exceptional seasonal player, but when it comes to the big game, so what? He lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you can't say that with every other sport, but with sports entertainment, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I think this could be a pick for a show stealer, man. I think John Cena comes to the play when he's got a good dance partner, when he has Daniel Bryan or CM Punk. I'm not saying Daniel Bray Wyatt's even close to any of those, but I hope they have a good match, because if they have a good match, win or lose, I think Bray Wyatt's going to come out looking clean, man, looking like a heel to root for years to come.
I think he's set up very nicely in his character to really be to not be a force to be reckoned with. You see what I'm saying? Like he's gonna be like very, very. I don't know, man. He's just his character is so different, and I'm glad that's what Cena points out. He's like, this isn't like any other opponent that I've faced. Like this dude isn't in it to win or lose. This dude's in it to either live or die, you know. And so to not fight to fight a competitor that is only competitive for means of survival and not a means of like a check mark next to a W, you know.
Yeah.
He's not in it for the percentage, you know. He's not in it for a legacy. He's in it to, Bray Wyatt's in it to eat worlds, dude, you know, and wreck
cause chaos. Yeah. Yeah, he's just like Bray Wyatt. And the WWE, the Bray Wyatt character is just like everyone's at a field wearing black, and he's coming wearing like bright neon green or something. He's just that stands out that much. He's just like he just stands out. He's just that character, man. There's so many layers to it, man. It's like a cake or an onion or whatever else has layers. It's just so many layers, and it's so interesting that they got to feud of Cena, and it's really good, man. They built it up really well, and I'm excited for this match. I think it might be one of my favorite matches on the card.
It's gonna be fun, man. It's going to be fun. My money's on that rocking chair breaks during that match.
Oh man, that would be awesome, dude. He gets AA'd through it, or he hits Rowan or Harper with it. That'd be great.
Something. It gets lit on fire or like spontaneously combusts. What if Bray Wyatt wins and then the chair just lights itself on fire, dude? That would be creepy.
Oh man, she's gonna give so many kids nightmares, dude.
Oh my goodness,
so great.
Dude. That's so good though.
So great, yeah. WWE needs that for sure. Speaking of the original Nightmare Giver, the Dead Man, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, the Streak versus the Beast incarnate.
Dude, of course Undertaker's going to win, but it's going to be on a thread, dude.
He's just getting his ass kicked for like 20, 25 minutes, man. But yeah, the build for this has been good. It's just hard because you know Undertaker's going to win. It's not like in doubt as much as it has been in past years, even with like Triple H or CM Punk or Shawn Michaels. It's had a little bit of doubt, but I just don't see Brock Lesnar as a part-time dude beating the Undertaker streak.
He'll come damn close.
Yeah.
Damn close, multiple times. Like, he's going to try to break both of his arms. It's actually what might happen is freaking Lesnar goes for the, what is it, the Chimera.
There you go, yeah.
He hits that lock on both arms, dude. He hits it on one arm, does his little twitch thing, snaps it. You know, oh, my arm's broken. Then he goes to the other arm, and then hits him with it. Oh my God, Undertaker's arms are broken. There's no way he can win. There's no way. 1, 2, kick out. Oh my God. And then he goes for Hell's Gate, and then Brock Lesnar taps out.
He taps out in 2 seconds. A quick tap. Yeah, man.
With 2 broken arms, that's what sells it, dude. Undertaker wins the match with 2 broken arms.
Dude, the Spanish announce table is getting just destroyed, decimated so hard in this match, dude. I think Undertaker's going to get F5 through it, or Brock's going to get powerbomb through it. It's going to be amazing. I mean, they're going to have some really cool spots, and Undertaker at WrestleMania is must watch. Brock Lesnar, since he's been back, he's taken his game to a whole new level, and a total level of violence and like realism. So like any match that Brock Lesnar's in is pretty much a must watch too. So
and you must be eating a Jimmy John sandwich while watching.
You do, yeah. Order the Big Vito. Order the Big Vito up on WrestleMania Sunday this Sunday, and wait for just don't touch it during the Battle Royal. Don't touch it during the Divas match. Wait for it for the Brock Lesnar. Right when he comes out, just eat it during the entrance.
Oh my goodness, those sandwiches are so good.
And they're made so quick, it's amazing.
I think they make their bread fresh every day.
They do. You could buy the yesterday's bread for like 50 cents or something.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so you make it fresh every day. Yeah, I saw like a sign. You could buy yesterday's bread for like $1 or something, like a loaf. Right? Yeah, it's a good deal because they bake it like all day and hey, man.
Dang, man, just throw that in the freaking toaster oven. Boom, bickety bam.
Bickety bam! You got yourself a fresh Jimmy John sandwich, man. Right, the next day, man. This will be really good on our Jimmy John sandwich podcast for later this week.
Oh, so good. They have really good pickles too.
They do, man. They got the big old school pickles. That's the way you gotta go, dude. Not the sweet pickles.
Sandwich and pickles.
Yeah, sandwich and pickle podcast.
Then we got the Bryan versus Triple H.
Oh man, the game, the authority figure.
Tell him to play the game.
The Motorhead's #1 fan, Lemmy from Motorhead, appearing on the podcast versus Daniel Bryan versus the Yes Movement. Man. Is there anyone rooting for Triple H out there? That's what I want to know. That's a good question.
I think there is. And if you are, post it up on the Facebook page.
Yeah, seriously. Let us know on Facebook. Let us know on Twitter if you're rooting for Triple H. Give us a reason why. Why do you hate the Yes Movement?
Hell, if you're going for Daniel Bryan, put it on the page. If you're going for Zack Ryder, put it on the page.
If you want the main event to be a fatal 4-way of Zack Ryder somehow getting in there, put it on the page.
Put it on the page. Tweet it out. Shout it out. Tout it out if that's still a thing. Tell Vinnie Mac yourself, I don't give a damn. Put it on the page.
Carrier pigeon.
Dang, yeah, exactly. We'll get your message if you're stranded on a desert island.
Listen to the show, yeah.
Yeah, put it in a bottle, send it through the ocean, and we'll put it on the page.
Shoot, man. You're in Oregon. You're by an ocean.
Oh, my goodness, man. We'll go coast to coast. I'll make it go around the world and put it on the page.
Oh, man.
Oh, goodness, man. But no, man, I don't know, man. I do know, but I don't know. Because here's why I don't know, but I'll tell you what I do know.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Is Daniel Bryan.
Uh-huh.
I want so bad to win, and I hope he does. I hope he does. but there's an inkling inside of me, and this is exactly what Triple H wanted when he dropped the bomb, which I thought was an amazing promo, by the way, on that Raw, when he was like, you know what I've found out, Orton, you're basically a wuss, and you need me to help you every time and hold your hand. You're not a champion. And Batista, I'm getting sick and tired of these mofos coming back, movie stars, ruining and telling me what to do. And then he inserts himself into the match. So to me, it's like, dude, I can, as much as I don't want to see it,
oh man, dude,
as much as I don't want to see it, it could happen, dude. You know it's a possibility, dude. You know it's a possibility, and you know that it could be a actual valid outcome. That Hunter Hearst Helmsley, yes, I called him by all three names, like he would a bad child. That dude may be the next WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Okay, you know what? I could swallow that like bitter horse pill, and that like just like where your parents hold you down and you're a kid and they force you to take your medicine. I could take that medicine if it means like he's a super uber heel champ. If he beats Daniel Bryan and then loses the main event to like Batista or Orton, that's like it's all for naught, dude. It's like just
that's so true. That would
that's like it's a waste, dude. If it like. Yeah, I don't want to see Batista at the end of WrestleMania holding up high. I don't want to see Randy Orton doing his little pose holding up high. At the end of WrestleMania, I could tolerate Triple H just because like everyone would be throwing beer cans in there and people would be booing the hell out of it. But the number one choice is obviously Daniel Bryan doing the yes chant at the end of WrestleMania as it goes off air. But yeah, man, he'd be like the super biggest heel of like all time, man. If he was to pull that off, man. The next Monday Night Raw would be like must see TV.
Oh my gosh! So it's basically it falls into three categories. Either the entire arena erupts with yes chants, and everybody's on cloud nine. There's a parade going into the freaking Raw the next night. You know what I mean? Like there is, you know,
no one goes to sleep. They just
no one
party
goes to
all
sleep.
night.
Seattle throws another freaking Super Bowl party for Daniel Bryan. You know what I'm saying? Like at WrestleMania. Yeah. So option one, option two, people. It is the worst. Like the biggest boo, the biggest hiss, the biggest like villain is created, and that's Triple H. So you're either gonna get loud, exorbitant pops for Daniel Bryan, or you're gonna get this really low grumble. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's Triple H. Like, yeah, you're gonna be upset, but you're not gonna be as devastated as you would be if you hit option three, which is Randy Orton or Batista winning, in which everybody would throw their slushies, their red rope, their big nuts, their chairs, their cola, their freaking lemonade, their candy corn, their popcorn, the freaking vendor that's selling that crap in the middle of the ring, dude. That's when HQ would be taken over by people with pitchforks and torches.
Classic Bros for Elbows meme, recurring character taking over the Connecticut headquarters. I thought of a fourth option while you're saying that. What if Daniel Bryan beats Triple H? Yay, he gets in the main event, and then he's about to win the WWE title in the main event, and something screwy happens where he gets screwed out but at the end. He gets the rug pulled out from under him.
No, it would still default to option three because it's like you did it again. You did it for the sixth freaking time. You might as well just make a recording of the severe beating of Daniel Bryan's career and tell him that he has a brand new backpack, and that's it. It's like, that is it.
Just make the Rise and Fall of Daniel Bryan DVD, just plug it out there, just charge $10 for it, just hand it to people going out the door of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's no hope in the world, and WWE hates you.
The Rise and Fall, it immediately goes, anything immediately just goes straight to DVD. There is no movie contracts with Daniel Bryan. He immediately goes to the bottom of the Walmart DVD trough. And that is it. Like, that would be the worst, dude, but you're absolutely right, man. If Triple H wins and then loses, you've just peed in everybody's Kool-Aid for the past, 25 years.
Past 30 years of WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, they're going over CageSideSeats.com. If you might be listening to us on there, you might be listening to us on YouTube or somewhere else. But they're doing a post where they talk about all the WrestleMania main events and they're ranking them 1 through 30. I think they're at number 10 or 5, but 10 or 9 right now. But only 2 times a heel has gotten his hand raised in WrestleMania. WrestleMania 27 with The Miz. and WrestleMania 16 when Triple H won as a heel. So there's only been 2 times out of the 29 WrestleManias that have been completed in the books. 27 times a face has won and held up high, and then only 2 times a heel has won. So I don't know, man. So I mean, that's plays in Daniel Bryan's favor. And actually, both of it, now that I think about it, I watched WrestleMania 16 on the WWE Network. After Triple H won, he got like rock bottom by The Rock, who came back to the ring and totally beat up The Rock. He beat up Shane, Stephanie, and Vince. And so The Rock closed the show. And then at the end of WrestleMania 27 with Miz, he won the title he defended the title versus John Cena, but then he got rock bottom by The Rock, who was the guest host that night. So The Rock was the one who closed it out. So even when the bad guys win, the good guys have like the closing moments of the pay-per-view. So
that is a very, very interesting observation. I did not know that.
That's a good factoid, man. Yeah. So
the more you know.
Yeah, shoot the rainbow over the Bros Before Elbows podcast right now. So that's interesting. That plays in Daniel Bryan's favor. If you're a Daniel Bryan fan, take that, hold that tight, hold your yes finger tight going into that match. So you got the odds in your favor.
Oh my goodness. I feel like we've covered a lot with these cards and picks. We got to take a quick little break here real quick, but when we get back, we'll we still got a lot to cover as far as more antics here on the.
Yeah, more antics, more WrestleMania. It's an extravaganza. We're wearing black ties and the suits over here, and it's getting hot. But we're doing it for you guys. It's a black tie affair. It's a special. Yeah, there's a good house DJ going on right now. It's a classy joint. We got cocktails and pigs in a blanket.
Thanks for listening to the Bros Before Elbows podcast. Be sure to check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Just search Bros Before, the number 4, Elbows. We would love to keep the conversation going with wrestling, so send us your thoughts and feedback. Email us at brosbefore, the number 4, elbows, @gmail.com. Welcome back to the Bros Before Elbows podcast, bringing you the best in everything that we do, all the time that we do it, because that's all we're doing, and we're not doing it when we're not doing it, but we're doing it right now.
The WrestleMania 30 special extravaganza. I hope everyone's classy still, and it's getting hyped for WrestleMania on Sunday. It's a big event.
Pop that champagne, get that crystal, yeah! Well, on my budget, it's going to be a Colt 45 and some really crappy sun-kissed OJ.
some kissed OJ, some orange slices, some good fruit snacks. Yeah. Pop those champagnes and pour it over your friend's head. Don't tell them that, but tell them the Bros Before Elbows podcast sent it to you. All right, so you know what? WrestleMania 30, WrestleMania is the reboot of the WWE, and it's like kind of the reset buttons because they're going to start their season over again. But it's also the start over for Bros Before Elbows because we started this back in September, and we've been doing it ever since. And since then, we've had a lot of like recurring characters, some memes that kind of we want to celebrate because this is like WrestleMania is the birthday of wrestling, kind of. So it's kind of like our birthday party too. So let's get some cake and ice cream.
Yeah, and you want to know who's supplying that cake and ice cream? Good old Batista Dad.
Batista Dad brings the ice cream cake, and he already like ate a slice. That's the kind of dad he is. And he didn't get you the flavor he wanted. He didn't get the flavor you wanted. He got the flavor he wanted. That's the kind of dad Batista Dad is.
And he didn't even put your name on the cake. It just says Batista Dad, and there's already like a piece out of it. Exactly. You boys like fruit cake?
No one likes fruitcake, Batista Dad.
Got some peach cobbler.
Peach cobbler. Nothing says birthday like peach cobbler. Batista Dad's the worst, man. He's the stepdad who tries to be friends with you. You're just mad because he's boning your mom. That's the definition. If Batista, that's his definition in the dictionary.
Effing Batista Dad comes back out of nowhere and demands a relationship from you.
I don't want to play catch with you, Batista Dad.
Where were you the whole time? The last couple of years of not wrestling or beating or knocking people out in boatyards.
You know who Batista gets his financial advice from, though? He gets it from Kane, from Libertarian Kane and his Bitcoin collection.
Kane, the Bitcoin Libertarian.
Yeah, he's highly invested in that. He's on the ground floor of the Bitcoin stock, and he's got a lot of money tied up in that.
Man, the guy knows what's up. He knows up from down, left from right. The Dogecoin versus the Bitcoin, both are highly tradable.
Where can you find like Kane's libertarian like writings though? Does he have like stuff on YouTube or something?
He's got a lot of videos on YouTube, man. He's brilliant. He's extremely well articulated, and this man is very, very, very intelligent. So yeah, check out his stuff on YouTube. He'll go through the whole spiel. He'll go through the whole mindset of being a libertarian and being a free man.
Tell him bros before El will send you, and he'll give you a discount on all consulting fees. That's not true. It's not true at all. Disclaimer.
We're not a legal service.
When we get sued. Someone who hasn't gotten sued yet is Miz. He's one of our first appearances in the con. He's an orange juice salesman. Remember when we opened up that grocery store, sold the orange juice?
If you haven't seen him at Costco and tried out the OJ that he's trying to pitch, you're missing out.
Man, he doesn't even get the good samples. He has to pitch orange juice? I mean, who hasn't tried orange juice before? What human being on earth hasn't tried orange juice? But Miz he's the guy. He's your man if you want to try some orange juice.
If you've never had some, he'll give you some. And you probably will or will not like it. I don't know. It depends if you like orange juice.
And then we tried to help Justin Gabriel out. We wanted him to get back on TV with his 450 splash, so we repackaged him as the Repo Man.
He is definitely Repo Man version 2014.
The South African Repo Man. That'd be awesome if doing 450 splash in that Repo Man costume with like a cape or something.
I'm telling you, man, a cape and that cool mask.
Man, he'd get a push, man. He could spin feud of Sin Cara, Rey Mysterio, anyone from Mass, really, or anyone who owes money.
You know, if more wrestlers had more women managers, he could be like the dude that tries to like steal your woman.
You didn't pick up the check at dinner, so I'm stealing Summer Rae from Fandango or something. Man.
Why not, dude? He's the Repo Man.
He's the Repo Man. He can be face or heel. It's great. Justin Gabriel, call us.
Moneybags Management Incorporated, Inc.
Not affiliated at all with Bros for Rebels podcast.
Burning down the WWE offices in Connecticut, which we don't ever condone, nor do we ever promote or want that to ever happen.
No, please don't. Don't go there wearing your Bros for Elbows podcast shirt either, because then they'll know who sent you there. But yeah, it seems to always be happening. Get your pitchforks ready and your torches. I guess we go old school when we kind of take over something.
We try to. Everybody's got to wear overalls. You have to have a beard. You can't shower for 2 months.
Straw hats,
corncob pipe.
Highly flammable stuff. Just wear highly flammable clothes, basically, sounds like. We're not very good at burning stuff down, as you can see.
You must have a horse-drawn carriage on the way down to the main office.
I hope it's not like a big hill or something. We're screwed. We're if we stuck at the bottom of the hill if the office is on a hill.
Or if a wagon wheel breaks, that'd be terrible.
Yeah, I guess we haven't thought of that yet. But oh well.
There's still dysentery. Oh my God, the Oregon Trail.
The Oregon, oh gosh. Okay. Well, there's many more episodes of Bros for Elbows. We'll figure out the details after that. But another one is if the Undertaker destroys the streak, the Pro Wrestling Space-Time Continuum folds on itself.
It would create a wormhole.
Yeah, good. Take a black hole inside, whatever arena it is, and we'll all be sucked into it because we wouldn't know how to handle that.
There are ultimate and infinite amount of universes, according to Rick and Morty, and if the Undertaker were to lose, it would be one of those realities, but it would also create a rip and a ripple in the space-time continuum. Yeah,
it would be insane. Pro wrestling has been an ongoing storyline. That's the whole thing great about wrestling. It's a storyline every week is something. It's gone building for years. But if the Undertaker lost his streak, it would just be close the chapter, close the book. You can't write anymore.
Everything would be gone. You would not be able to find a single trace of wrestling information anywhere. It would be outlawed. It would straight up be like it would be a black market in order for anybody to read anything about pro wrestling.
It would be like the day of prohibition of like underground wrestling like libraries.
It would be considered the day that never happened, and nothing ever happened before then, so it just never existed.
Yeah, and you wouldn't be listening to this podcast because it wouldn't have happened.
We would be outlaws.
And we'd be talking. Go start a Jimmy John's podcast. That could be another man that's for next year's WrestleMania show.
That's always good news and jolly news, which brings us to Jolly News Barrett.
Yeah, the Jolly News, the chimney sweep. As a face turn for Bad News Barrett is gonna be Jolly News Barrett. We predicted it first here on the Bros Before Elbows show, so look out for that. He just brings nothing but Jolly News, and he does a dance every time. I think he presents the news.
I've got some good news, and I've got better news.
I guess you could say I got Jolly News.
I'm Jolly News Barrett, and you're getting more money from the government on your taxes.
Yay!
Yay! You found a dollar bill in your jeans that you washed.
I mean, it's great if he starts interrupting segments of just Jolly News that have nothing to do with anything.
You're going to get extra food on your plate when you order from Wendy's. Yeah!
There's some extra fries in my bag that fell out. Oh, thank you, Jolly News Barrett.
Oh, I got an extra red sauce at the burrito place. They already tip you, dude. Even if, hang on, even if you tip them, right? This grinds my gears, right? I will blatantly show you an extra tip.
You put in the tip coin. Yeah.
Watch me stuff these dollar bills in your tip jar. Hook it up with some extra freaking red sauce, dude. I don't know, man. Seems like an unwritten code somewhere. Because I always get 2. If I didn't tip you, I'd still get 2. But I want freaking 4.
You need 4. 2 for each. Yeah. You need 4. The worst is when you eat after you're done eating and you discover a red sauce at the bottom of the bag that you rationed your red sauce and then you discover you didn't have to ration it. You're like, oh man, that's the worst.
Yeah, I could have just shot this extra one.
Directly injected into your veins?
Man, straight up.
That's great. Mystery Science Theater 3000. I don't know if anyone was a fan of that, but sometimes it reminds us of the WWE announcing team of Cole, JBL, and King. Because they don't know what they're doing. Week after week, it's just them looking at a big screen, just not really paying attention to the match, just commenting. One day we'll get a new announced team. One day.
Someday. But you know what? We will soon. We will soon.
And hopefully we'll be calling this
Science Theater.
It is Mystery Science Theater 3000 out there. But hopefully they'll be calling this guy's match Luke Harper as Sin Cara under the Sin Cara mask.
Absolutely. You would never notice the difference.
You wouldn't, dude. He'd have a beard sticking out and he'd wear a white tank top with mustard stains on it. You still wouldn't know. The kids would love it. I think the kids would not know the difference.
The kids would be growing beards. The kids would be having mustard stains all the time.
Yeah, mustard sales was increased like tenfold. They could get a good sponsorship deal.
And they'd be wearing a mask.
Yeah, it sells itself, man. He does a Hurricane Rana. He did a Hurricane Rana on Cena the other night.
Dang.
he's a luchador in a 6'10" man's body. It's Luke Harper's
man.
That's what you do after the Wyatt families ever break up. You make Luke Harper the next Sin Cara.
That actually would be really funny if like Damian Sandow just put on like a cheesy mask and completely denied his other personality. It's like you were blatantly this other person. No,
he didn't change anything else. He still wears pink trunks and same elbow pads. Yeah,
it comes out to the same music, only it's played backwards, and his video thing is like backwards.
Could it just be like Hallelujah in Spanish or something? Whatever the equivalent is.
He only speaks backwards.
He only speaks backwards. Okay. He doesn't speak Spanish, he speaks backwards. All right.
He speaks backwards speak, and Luke Harper as Sin Cara will be his tag team partner.
That sounds like a recipe for success, WWE. I know you're listening to this, so you can steal that and you don't have to give us credit for it.
Royalty-free idea.
Only on the Bros Before Elbows show. We're great.
Oh my goodness. Oh my freaking goodness.
Jumping ahead, now we're done reminiscing about Bros Before Elbows, the last 6 months of us in existence. WrestleMania 30 and WrestleMania 29, like you said, the resets of each season. So we're going to a new season, but let's take a look at last season's WrestleMania 29 and see who's gone, who's had a good last 12 months and who's kind of had a bad last 12 months since WrestleMania 29. Looking at the card, pull it up on your local Wikipedia. That's where we get our research. Who do you think had a big jump, man? Who do you think had a really good breakout year from WrestleMania 29 and now to 30?
Dang, man.
I was thinking when I first saw it, I was thinking either Big E, because Big E was in a tag team. I guess he was in a tag team with Dolph Ziggler versus Team Hell No, but
that's right.
I mean, they were only a team for very long. So, I mean, now he's the IC champion. So that's a nice push for him. But the other guy I was thinking was, I think Roman Reigns, because he was kind of like the third man going into the Shield, because the Shield faced Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Big Show. They won.
Right.
They won, but the Roman Reigns spear, the Roman Reigns Superman punch, it wasn't as over as it is now, man. He's really had a good breakout. He's really changed a lot. He's really grown a lot in the last 12 months, from 29 to 30. So I think he was one of my contenders, because going into that, I think it was all about Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. It's kind of like the big muscle, but now he's looking at kind of like the leader. He's the leader, and he might be the number one guy coming out of the Shield.
That's very true, man. And I'm actually going to watch, now that you mention that, I'm actually going to watch that now on the WWE Network, actually, to watch that last WrestleMania, specifically just to see and get that gauge of popularity and success for the Shield. Looking at some of this list here, man, like, we just talked about this, dude. The Miz defeats Wade Barrett. I think they both had a terrible year.
Yeah, man.
They both went down. They both get downvoted in the realm of our Reddit-like democracy, I guess.
Yeah, all right. They will get a downvote. Yeah, I mean, Wade Barrett hasn't wrestled for God knows how long, and Miz he's a face, he's a heel. Like, what the hell is he doing? Like, yeah, they both nowhere close to having a strap or anything. Another guy, I guess it's easier to look down on people. I don't know what it says about the WWE, but Fandango, man. He beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 29, and now what's going on with Fandango?
I would say
he's got a consistent push, but he's not really going anywhere. He's always on every week. He's got his personality down. He's got Summer Rae on his side. But he hasn't won any titles. He hasn't really had a good feud. I mean, has he had a good feud since Chris Jericho?
Not really, but I think he's laying dormant.
Okay.
I think you selectively book him. Like, he tends to get a lot of FaceTime on Raw, so he's definitely a player in the game.
He's consistent, yeah.
But he really, I don't know. I think he's a dormant player. He hasn't had a good year, but that's not to say that he's not going to have an excellent year. If things go well with the Diva House or whatever Diva show and
Total Divas,
and like Summer Rae becomes worth a damn, then I think maybe if there's a beef that happens with her, that could bring Fandango back into light and give him something to do. But I definitely see him as his gimmick and as his character being more prevalent this year than he was last year, but both of them, just looking at the card, I mean, for sake of comparison, from WrestleMania 29 to 30, they both had a terrible last year of wrestling. You want to know who else like both went down? I think would be who did I put? Oh no! These both went up. Triple H and Brock Lesnar.
Okay, how so? I mean, Triple H.
Well, he's the authority, man. Like, he is at the pinnacle headline, but then you've also got Brock Lesnar too, who had the storylines with Triple H breaking his arm, and then kind of like is now going after Undertaker, which I think is a huge. That's just a kind of like a promotion in itself, but also too kind of squashing that back storyline and being like, you know what we did and what we had in the past, Triple H is what we had, but now I'm off to bigger, better things. And I think that like gives you an automatic boost, when you can kind of confront like what you did and what you've won and maybe what you've lost. But I think both of them definitely went up from WrestleMania 30.
Yeah, that's actually a good take. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. And I guess another guy is look up Team Hell No, went from tag team champions Daniel Bryan to super hot singles run. So I think he's skyrocketed too.
Yeah. I would definitely, absolutely. Daniel Bryan, I would say, would still undoubtedly have an incredible year as long as it gets tied together at WrestleMania. If not, it could be all for naught.
Yeah, man. It's like all boom or bust for Daniel Bryan on a Sunday. So it's like, I guess it's good, man. It's like high stakes because it could go either way. It's like a movie with like a cliffhanger ending, and we're really close to the cliffhanger right now. So
man,
want to see what happens.
You want to know who's over the edge in the wrong direction? And I actually found my notes for who both had a down year. Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger.
Yeah, man, they went from the battling for the world title, the big gold belt, to
To what? Alberto Del Rio threatening to Punk out, and then Jack Swagger just being a little, punk trick that he is, and like, getting slapped in the face by Zeb and getting punked by Cesaro. Like, man, just both terrible seasons this season with WWE. Who went up and who went down between Mark Henry and Ryback? Of course, Mark Henry went up, and Ryback has yet to recover from Hell in the Cell from like 2 years ago.
Ryback was the face going into that Mark Henry match, and he lost. I don't get why they made him lose. The weird thing, remember about that match, Ryback lost, and the next night he challenged Cena for the belt. Like, it made no sense. Yeah, because I think in Extreme Rules, right, it was Ryback versus Cena was the main event. Because I remember he turned heel or something. It was weird. It made no sense whatsoever. I'll have to look it up on Wikipedia. But Ryback, he went from the face in that match to what is he doing now?
Hopefully trying to do something with his career, but terrible, man. Mark Henry, he's been steady. He's been going. He had that partnership with Big E, which I still think is an absolutely fantastic partnership. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man.
Yeah, see, Ryback, yeah. He lost at WrestleMania. The very next pay-per-view, he challenges John Cena to a last man standing match for the WWE Championship. So weird, man. Ryback has had a really weird year. He's been heel ever since last WrestleMania.
Yeah, but, they pushed him really hard, and they I just don't know, man. I do know, but I don't know. But I don't really care to know because it's Ryback, and it's it's just effing Ryback.
Yeah, I never really bought into him too much as a face anyway, but I felt like he was getting over and stuff, but yeah, heel, I don't know, man.
Undertaker defeats CM Punk. Well, CM Punk's no longer in it, so I guess he had a bad year.
Yeah.
Bad enough to walk out and be like, no, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah. So, and Undertaker's Undertaker, so.
He'll never have a bad year. You know what I mean? Like, he wrestles like twice.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times, maybe, but I don't know. Punk, we miss you, Punk, but at the same time, do what you're going to do, man. If you're gonna do it, you're going to do it. If you're not going to do it, well, that's all right. You're just not going to do it. Sucks, but,
maybe he'll run in on the main event of WrestleMania.
Maybe.
Dude, imagine if you're just sitting at home, you're watching 3 hours of WrestleMania. It's coming down to the end of the last match, last 5 minutes or so, and you hear Cult of Personality hit the speakers.
Not even, dude. He's just going to run out. He's going to run from the crowd, dude.
He's going to run the crowd with a boombox playing Cult of Personality.
That would be freaking rad, dude.
It'd be really hard to run with a boombox, but yeah.
Why not, dude? It could be his new gimmick.
CM Punk needs a new gimmick.
He could wear big baggy Jinko jeans, an oversized extra large shirt, a backwards cap.
Okay.
And a ghetto blaster.
CM 90s.
CM 90s, dude. He'll have the flannel, the flannel shirt tied in a knot around his waist.
He'll be a huge fan of Pearl Jam and Soundgarden.
And he'll have Lodi and freaking Kidman and the other guy with the eye patch hanging out with him.
Dan Hammer? I don't know. Freaking Perry Saturn.
He'll bring Perry Saturn. He'll be Raven's flock minus Raven.
That's what he came back for. Okay. That's an interesting way to end WrestleMania. The flock. Okay. But moving on, one of our final questions of the day to wrap up this WrestleMania special extravaganza that's in your earbuds right now. I want to predict the main event for WrestleMania 31. We're 365 days away, and then predict the main event of WrestleMania 32, which I came to do the math, 730 days away. Rough math estimate right there. WrestleMania 31 in Santa Clara, California, home of the San Francisco 49ers. WrestleMania 32 in Arlington, Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys. So 2 big stadium shows. What do you think's going to happen? It's the impossible predictions that could be made. Who would have predicted a three-way dance last year? But what do you think's going to happen? Place your bold prediction.
Oh, man. WrestleMania 31 is going to be...
It's hard, man.
It's going to be Daniel Bryan versus John Cena. WrestleMania 32 will be Undertaker versus Sting.
Okay.
Last match ever.
Last match ever. Okay. So I'll go in a different direction. WrestleMania 31 will be the main event. Will be Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk. WrestleMania 32, just to quickly piggyback and bite off your Undertaker thing, will be Undertaker versus... it's 2 years from now, so anything could happen. Undertaker versus Roman Reigns and the completion of the bros for elbows end of the streak. So Undertaker's last match, either he goes over Reigns or Reigns beats him. So that's your predictions. So take those, bury them in your backyard, everyone. Everyone pause the show, write down a sticky note, and go bury it in your backyard and dig it up in a year, and then dig it up in 2 years again. Take 2 boxes and bury it.
That's awesome. Put some chocolates in there, too.
Yeah, put some chocolates. You want a snack after you dig up. Don't dig it too deep, or you're going to want 2 snacks. Don't. Okay, so we got a question of the day, man. Another long show, but it's a special WrestleMania Extravaganza.
WrestleMania 30 show.
Special Extravaganza. Yeah, we need like a special drop or something.
Special show.
Yeah, we need the monster truck guy.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
What's that? Sound like the Mario? Do you get a mushroom over there and you turn big?
Dude, everybody gets mushrooms on this show.
Don't listen to that out of context. Or don't tell your parents, kids.
Sauteed mushrooms are delicious.
Especially on pizza.
That's very true.
Question of the day. WWE Hall of Fame class 2013. What was your favorite either Razor Ramon moment, Ultimate Warrior moment, Jake the Snake's Roberts moment, Lita moment, Paul Bearer moment, or Mr. T moment of all time? So of those 6 nominees, 6 inductees, I should say, they got inducted this Saturday into the WWE Hall of Fame. What was some of your favorite moments from them?
When Mr. T was an A-team.
When he was away from the WWE ring and not ruining the first 2 WrestleManias with his horrible wrestling skills. All right.
Oh my goodness. Now, I would say my favorite moments, Razor Ramon is and has been one of my all-time favorites ever since I saw that dude wrestle as Razor Ramon. One of my favorite moments, though, is it was the pay-per-view In Your House. 1996. It was Razor Ramon versus 1-2-3 Kid.
Oh, that's a great feud.
Freaking, this is what makes the match special. What makes the match special is, one, knowing the relationship that those two dudes have, now, and seeing them wrestle then is one. 2, dude, he gives 1-2-3 Kid not 1, but 2 Razor's Edge.
Oh, wow. That's a good little nugget.
Dude, that's intense. And then at the end of the match, he puts a baby diaper on him.
That still had to be so 96. What the hell? Just a cool ending, and then they do that. Okay, interesting. Razor Ramon moment for me would be I think everyone's favorite moment. WrestleMania 10 is that ladder match of Shawn Michaels. It was just amazing because he comes out. He's the second one out there, I think, and he goes under the ladder. Just because, you go under a ladder is bad luck. But he's such a bad guy. He's such a badass. He can go under a ladder and still come out on top and still win. I thought that was really cool, a cool little nugget that he did. And they just put on a classic match. That ladder match, in WrestleMania 10. So what was that? It was 20 years ago now. So it was 94 or 94, 95. That match for back in the day, that pace of wrestling just stood out like a sore thumb. Just the way Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels went at it back and forth for 15, 20 minutes. It was just a high-paced, perfect ladder match. And that pretty much laid the blueprint for every other ladder match that came after it.
Absolutely. That was a massive staple for that type of match.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Anytime you think of a ladder match, seriously, that's one of the first kind of like memories, you know, or like instances that you can recall and be like, whoa, damn, like these guys freaking did it. And just the fact too that Razor Ramon, and I know we're hung up on him, but he's freaking rad. I mean, this dude has totally overcome the odds. But the fact that he was a part of the NWO, that's huge. In any wrestling, you know, universe, that's huge. You know what I mean? That is a staple. That is a legendary group of dudes, and he was a part of that. So, you know, as far as other people on the card, Ultimate Warrior, and I'm gonna put this. I'll post this video because just because of the spirit of WrestleMania 30, but Ultimate Warrior versus Triple H, or at this point in time, if you all remember, wrestling fans, he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and he got his ass beat in like 20 seconds at WrestleMania 12. Look it up, YouTube it, look it up on the WWE Network, but I think that's a very fitting match that the WWE does not want you to watch right now, just to see Triple H get decimated, literally just thrown around and beat like a punk, and it was awesome. So that to me is a very favorite moment of mine with Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 6. I think I was just as a kid, still rooting for Hulk Hogan back then, but Ultimate Warrior was just like, he's like 1A and 1B right there. So seeing him like beat Hulk Hogan, I was like, whoa, this guy's awesome. He's as a kid, dude, just seeing that dude run around like a maniac and like throw people around and clothesline people. He's like everyone's top 3. So he was just like a superhero on in the ring. So WrestleMania 6, that's another classic.
Dang. But that's, I don't know, man, as far as other moments with other people, Jake the Snake, the guy's a baller, the dude, the guy, like, the DDT, stapled the DDT.
Dude, his DDT is, like, so much badass than everyone else's, man.
Lita was a freaking badass, like, a total, like, totally different character in the women's division. You know, a total rogue in her ways, and I think just everything she did was awesome, and she was freaking rad, super cool.
Yeah, took it to the next level. Yeah,
Paul Bear's in a class of his own, you know. Rest in peace, Paul Bear. But that guy, everything he did, just how, you know, dark and like, you know, high pitched and falsetto he was, every time, all the time.
Yeah, he's scary, man. There's another dude who's scared, give you nightmares, dude. If they were making him a heel, even when the Undertaker was a face, man, I was still scared of Paul Bear and the Undertaker, dude, showing up at your house in the middle of the night.
Creepy, dude. I always think of the casket match of Undertaker versus Kamala.
Casket matches, good times.
Man, that was nuts, dude. Wacky times. You know, we'll post the question of the day before we get the podcast out, of course, and even afterward. But you know, dang, man, this was a lot of stuff, man. Anything else you want to follow up with on the question of the day?
No, man. Just Lita. Look it up. WrestleMania 17. She gets speared by Rhino, and it's a great thing to watch. It's just like, man, truth. That took a lot of guts from anyone to get speared by Rhino, especially she weighs like $120 maybe. That was an awesome visual, and she's just a badass. So forgot to add that, but yeah, great class, and I think it's one of the best Hall of Fame classes ever, man. So it should be fun to watch that on the WWE Network because they put the whole ceremony up on there and stuff. So yeah, it should be cool, man. Thanks for checking out the WrestleMania 30 special extravaganza. Super pumped for this, the biggest card of the year, the wrestling Super Bowl. So it should be fun, man.
Absolutely, I am stoked for the upcoming pay-per-view. We'll post our predictions, and we'll post that stuff on the Facebook page. Of course, Hey, check us out on Twitter. We've got a lot of followers. We've got people conversating with us. You know, we've got some great connections. We got some great fans. We love it. Every ounce of support, every tweet, every comment, every post, every person that you talk to. You know, we love doing this. You know, I'm here in PDX and Tommy's over in PHX, and this show keeps us together, and we love doing it, and we love your support. So check us out. Why not? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, tell a friend, man. Tell an enemy. Tell a past friend. Tell a family member. Tell your dog. Anyone. Spread the word about Bros Before Elbows. It's super super fun wrestling podcast, and yeah, it's awesome, man. And maybe check out a special video podcast maybe coming up, maybe down the line.
Yeah, I will be in town.
Yeah, he'll be in Phoenix. A bachelor party and everything, man.
Mayhem.
Yeah, I should do a bachelor party podcast, maybe. But yeah, man. Yoda on the line here. Yeah, man. Thanks for checking us out, man. Go elbow drop one of your friends and watch WrestleMania.
Yeah, and listen to the podcast. Everybody have a good night. Take care. Enjoy the show.
Peace.